Hello and welcome to Sozen Gadgets. If you're new here, consider subscribing to learn weekly about great new earbuds, headphones, and gadgets. Also, hit that notification bell so you're notified when I make my new Zen Gadget videos every week. EnacFire's A9 earbuds, hybrid ANC, AirPod Pro-like design, long battery life. Let's check out how well EnacFire put this package together, how well they perform, their specs, and let's get it started. On to design. The A9s are designed with a very short tip and a sort of bulb that rests on the inside of your ear. That short tip doesn't really penetrate very far into your ear canal. That design is both comfortable and it's fairly secure because of the shape of that bulb that rests in your ear. Now, I'm not sure if they'd be stable for high impact workouts, but for long wear periods, the design is really comfortable. I measured the A9 at about 7 millimeters, which is really short, the depth from the base of the bud to the ear tip. Now, they still managed to block my ear canal and provide some passive noise reduction, but they do it in a less intrusive way than your typical in-ear earbuds. Now, EnacFire ships 3 different size ear tips inside the package. However, I am wearing the large ear tips on these earbuds. Now, normally I would wear the medium size tips. So what I'm thinking is that larger eared people might not get the seal that they're used to, and they might not get the best sound or ANC benefits out of these earbuds. Something to consider for you larger eared folks. Now, the case on the A9s, it's small and it's well constructed. It is made out of plastic, but it doesn't seem to pick up too many fingerprints, and it definitely fits in the 5th pocket of my jeans pretty easily, which I really like. I like a small case. The magnets snap into place very strongly, and it's never an issue getting the buds to sit in the case and charge. It's pretty easy to get the buds out of the case, even with my, sort of large fat fingers. Now, the case on the A9s, it charges via USB-C, but it isn't charging wirelessly. It's got a single light that indicates the charge status of the case or the buds, depending on how the light is flashing. Now, when the light's flashing, the earbuds are charging, and then it goes out when they're fully charged. When the case is plugged in, the light flashes when it's charging, and then it remains solid lit when when the case is fully charged. So there's no other indication of how much charge the case has left on it. After about 20 or 30 hours, I would suggest charging the case. But let's talk about the battery. It is impressive. It lasts 8 hours on a charge, and it would last 32 hours with that case, given the caveats that I mentioned earlier about not really knowing when it's all used. On to Codecs. These support AAC and SBC, and they work really well for watching videos without any lag. For gaming, check out my latency tests on the A9s. Now, the A9s, they're not claiming to be a special, gaming bud or anything. They don't have a special mode for it. They don't have a low latency mode. So it's safe to say they're not really meant for gaming. And I would second that. I wouldn't recommend these for gaming. Now, the Bluetooth connectivity and range on the A9s is really solid. These connect quickly right when you open the case, which is a great experience, right? You open that case, by the time you get them to the air, they're connected. And there's really very little delay in switching from mono mode to stereo mode or vice versa. And the range is really strong at 64 feet. And that mono mode is a true mono mode, meaning you can hear both the left and the right audio when you listen to either earbud. It's just pushed through that single earbud. Now, what I did notice is that when you are in mono mode and you put it back to stereo mode, that dual mode, like all the sound will come to that one earbud still for just a couple of seconds before it switches to just left and right being separated. I don't think it'll be an issue for anybody, but it's worth mentioning because I haven't really experienced that before, and it made me a little bit confused for a few seconds in testing whether mono mode was working or whether in fact they weren't really doing the stereo separation that a bud would normally do. The earbuds are IPX rated, which is safe for workouts, it's safe for rain, you can even submerge them in a little bit of water. The touch controls themselves, which I think are really good on these actually, they control everything including volume, voice assistant, ANC, ambient mode, previous next track, ANC off, like it covers everything. Even the triple tap for calling up the voice assistant works very reliably. Okay, let's talk about sound, starting with max volume. So the max volume on these, I registered it at about 97 decibels. I mean, that's loud, but that's not as loud as a lot of other earbuds on the market. Moving on to their sound quality, the A9s have a really solid sound quality. For those of you who don't want to be overpowered by bass, which, you know, there's a lot of earbuds out there that I love that have a super heavy bass. These will fit the bill. They have strong bass, but it's never going to get overly powerful. It's never going to feel like this sub bass is blowing away everything else. The mids and high frequencies are pretty well balanced. Nothing is overly forward, nothing is really recessed. It's just kind of balanced. I think I said it right. They're not going to blow you away in any one area, but the whole package works pretty well together, especially for this price point with the hybrid ANC in the stem style earbud. I would also like to point out that because of the design, the soundstage on these is also really good. I think it's because of the design, because the buds sit way outside your ear canals, and I think that just gives, you know, the buds a better chance to reproduce more robust soundstage because of the distance that the music actually travels before you hear it. Now for you ANC fans, the ANC on the A9s is a hybrid system, so you can expect a really good experience listening to the ANC with these, right? The hybrid ANC has all those benefits that I've talked about in my other videos. It'll reduce like the echo of your footsteps, it'll reduce wind noise while you're out there walking around. It's not as powerful as the best ANC earbuds on the market in my recent top ANC earbuds video, which you can certainly watch here, but it's not on the bottom of the list either. And for stem style earbuds at this price point, it's actually really good. And the ANC is good enough to listen to music with it on or off. It's got no electronic noise that's generated by the earbuds, you know, themselves when you have the ANC on or the ambient mode on, which I think is a really job well done by EnacFire. Lastly, let's check out the mics on the EnacFire A9s.
Okay, now this is the EnacFire A9 hybrid active noise canceling earbud. This is a good-looking short stem design. This is actually sort of a design that I see EnacFire making a couple of their buds in this shape. But this is their hybrid active noise canceling variety. So it's got like 28 decibels of hybrid active noise cancellation, and it's got multiple microphones that are going to help me have a really good call experience. So far, I think this has like that EnacFire signature, sound signature, which is, it's got bass. I mean, it actually has quite a bit of bass compared to like the E60, but it doesn't have as much bass as a lot of the M-POW kind of Soundpeak buds that I've tested on recently. So I know that people do like that experience. They like to have not quite so much bass. I mean, if you're one of those people, then the EnacFire A9 should definitely be on your list.
All right, let me know in the comments where you think I should place the A9s in my MicSeries rankings playlist. All right, let's sum it up. The A9s are on Amazon for $59 with $10 off coupon right now. I'll leave a link in the video description so you can go check out the latest prices there. But for 49 bucks, this is an easy recommendation. I mean, for anyone watching my $59 ANC earbud comparison of stem style earbuds that I did a few months ago, if you're coming here from that video, these A9s would easily top that list in both ANC performance. They have the dual mono mode, and they match or better just about every category of those older ANC earbuds, and the tech has really improved that much in the last few months. So my final thoughts on the A9s are, they're very comfortable, they get that outer ear fit, and that's gonna be comfortable for the long run. They're a bass balanced bud, they're solid for watching movies, they have excellent touch controls and battery life, and that hybrid ANC is definitely useful and better than the older style, just feedback ANC. On the con side, there's a couple of small things that are really more like wish list items from me to EnacFire, right? I mean, there's no low latency mode. I'd love to have that. I'd love to have that wireless charging. And the mics do really seem to pick up everything between 100 and 300 hertz wavelength, whatever that may include, in my opinion. And I know they advertise it that way, but it really does pick up that range really well. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Until next time, Sozen out.